Yeah, happy Tuesday. Welcome to another Tuesday night watch talk topic night with Bobby Legs and friends. It's just Bobby Legs tonight, and that's totally fine. Hopefully, some friends will show up. But if not, it's just me and you, chat, and that's okay. I'm I'm brave, and we're gonna have a great show. Anyway, I got my Submariner on the what strap is this? This is the rubber B strap. Great strap, by the way. Love how it feels on the wrist. Very supple, very soft. Um, Expensive, but I think kind of worth it. Kind of worth it. Been very happy with it so far. Tonight's topic, we're going to be talking about our top five favorite watch topic related YouTubers, 2023 edition. I don't know. I just put 2023 edition. I'm sure it changes. It actually fluctuates who I like and watch. It's kind of like there's a couple of guys that are on my list. It's kind of like bell bottoms, right? They were in fashion, then they weren't, and then they come back in fashion. So I feel that way with some of the YouTube content creators that some come in and out of favor. It depends on what I'm into at that particular moment in time. And I got to be honest. I mean, I don't know if any of you guys feel the same way, but I have been watching less and less watch content um, lately. More in the last year or so, I've been watching other things. I have other interests. I like watching videos of people splitting wood. Yeah, and that doesn't mean that's not a euphemism for something else. It's just like splitting wood, chopping wood. I also like seeing people building like cabins from scratch. I don't know. I like I like kind of watching that. And now I got a potentially a project over the summer that I want to do myself, and that is to redo the patio. And it's a small job, but a big job, right? And so I think I could probably do this and save a few grand um, uh, on a contractor doing it, So we'll see. The thing about the patio and doing it myself, like if something goes wrong, well, the house won't fall apart, right? It's just outside, right? So that might be a safe project to tackle this summer. I've also been watching a lot of like about silver and gold. That's another interest I have as well, and that's probably about it. Anyway, guys, let me know what you like to watch on YouTube as well, and let me know what your list is. We'll be going through my list very shortly. I just want to say hello to you guys first before we get started. And first in is Bill. He won't be on the live, but the time teller, Teddy Baldassar, loves Jenny L. Just one more watch, and I really like Mark at Long Island. Okay, that's great. Chaz from the Berg is here. How you doing, Chaz? What's going on? William Rizzo is here. How you doing, William? Hey, Wilson. Good to see you. Maison One. How are you? Bruno is here. Um, I should put on a watch. What should I pick? Put in that put in that Moser. I like that Moser that you got. Um, Big Riss, he's early for once. Good to have you, Big Riss, man. You got to come on the show one of these days. Um, Rick is here. How you doing? Okay, so you went with the 50,000. That would have been my second choice for you there, Maison. Um, Dan wearing the new Frogman on wrist. Yeah, new watch alert. Hey, underachieving watch collector, how you doing? James is also here. Had a power outage fixed just in time. Yes, they just knew to get that power on for you before the show started tonight. Hey Peter, how you doing? Good to see you. Rob here, hoping for the top three. So there's going to be a caveat here, guys, and I'll go into that before I go into my list. Um, but it may apply to you. It applies to you, Rob. So, hey, BJ is here. How you doing? Amin is here. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. Yeah, the Brave Legs. Yeah, I've done shows by myself. I've done shows by myself, dude. You know? Come on, Wilson. Um, Chaz is on deck. Chaz could come on. Chaz, you know what? He's so good to me, Chaz. Like he's always there. He's like I rather be on the chat, but if you need me, you know, I'll come on. So I'll put out the link there for you, Chaz, just in case you're interested. Um, and as long as you have a couple of guys in mind, a couple content creators, you don't have to have five, but you should have five. Uh, Justin is strapped in. Joey B is here. How you doing? Junior, what's going on? All the way from Michigan. Good to see you. Steve is here. Great to, yeah, man. Love it that you're here. Brave legs are better than chicken legs. They used to, when I was growing up in grammar school, um, I had skinny legs, and they used to call me chicken legs. Yeah, that was like the first tease that I remember that people did for tease me with, and man, it hurt. It hurt. It hurt my feelings, man. You know what I mean? Like it hurt. It really did. But I mean, I'm okay. I don't care. I don't care. So what? I've had chicken legs. But the problem is, like, it always looks like, for all my life, it looks like a skipped leg day. And dude, I went through a phase where I was hitting squats and deadlifts hard, and I just couldn't get my legs to grow. I mean, they got a little bit bigger, but I just couldn't get them to grow. Calves, forget about it. I could do a billion calf raises. I just genetically don't have any calves, and no matter how hard I work at it, they may get a little cut from doing all the all the calf raises, but they no size at all. Anyway, um, Marceau's here wearing his Citizen Super Titanium, and I missed that watch. Well, the Citizen that I had that was titanium. Um, Justin is saying, if you don't vote Bobby Legs, you'll be shunned. Stop, stop. I'm gonna let you guys all off the hook. Okay, you don't have to put Bobby Legs on there. You you should in your heart have me in there, but you don't have to say it out loud when you say your top five to yourself. What? Amin is voting for Adrian Barker. You know, Amin, if you're coming from, I think you're kidding here, but if you're coming from the aspect of, and you're a camera guy, um, he does the great camera work, right? Videography, like he does great stuff that way, right? All the other stuff is all BS, but yeah, I think his camera work is great. Um, Williams outdoor with the Morgans. Okay. Uh, Bobby getting ready to bug out. Um, Joe Chang here for the wood splitting. Oh man, I should do a review on the wood splitter that I have. It's a little electric wood splitter, amazing. I was actually splitting some wood earlier today, and as long as the logs aren't more than 20 and a half inches, like it'll split anything. It says like maximum 10-inch diameter. Man, I was splitting wood with a 2 foot diameter. It doesn't matter. You just rotate it and it just splits. And it's electric, much cheaper than some of the bigger gas ones. And I mean, although it's 100 pounds, it's still like 200 or 300 pounds less than some of the gas powered ones. So it's easier to move around. I don't need to hitch it behind a car or anything like that. Um, Oops, sorry, I had the topic wrong. I thought it was the worst watch. Oh, sick burn. Oh man. Um, Hootie for me. Uh, Vote Bobby Legs or be wrenched. uh, if Mac talks, the Mad Watch Collector and just one more watch got me hooked on Casios again. I collected them as a kid, and I am on a mission like Dragon Balls again. Or Dragon Ball Z, whatever. Um, Look, Mad Watch Collector, definitely honorable mention on my list. He's a friend of mine, and he provides great entertainment. I mean, he's good. He's got talent for sure, and it shows with his channel growing as much as it is. Um, Marcel, construction jobs start small and always turns into huge jobs. Absolutely, I've had lots of first. Yeah, 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 for sure, man. And so I I lived in apartments all my life until about 3 or 4 years, 5 years ago. And so the patio right before you get to, and I call it a patio, but before you get to the porch is brick. And I didn't water seal it. Like I think you're supposed to water seal it like every year or every other year, and I didn't. And so like water was getting in between the brick, the grout was gone, and it's all uneven, and plants grow from it, whatever. And I had to weed whack it every year, well every almost every other weekend in the summer. So I messed up. So yeah, I'm planning on taking out the brick and then you know digging it up, leveling it out with some rock and sand and whatnot, whatever somebody on YouTube says, and maybe go back to that brick again. But it might be just too much of a pattern that I just can't handle it. So I may just stick with bigger pavers. I don't know. At the end of the day, my wife probably won't let me do it anyway. So, okay, let me keep going over here. Oh, Scott's saying his favorite watch YouTuber is Bruce Williams because he taught me about collecting watch experiences, and the Santos are better than overseas. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I look when I was early on in my watch collecting and YouTube rabbit hole journey of watch content creators. I mean, Bruce Williams was a big part of that. Um, Big Rick saying his favorite YT content: guns, cameras, racing, DIY, and coffee. Coffee's interesting. DIY, yes. Racing, like car racing or like toy hobby car racing, like cameras and guns. Yeah, I mean like we all have our different interests, right? I mean like it's not just watches. Um, Maison's way. I watch all sorts. Watches, PC tech, speed running. Okay. Sea skylines, photography, flat Earth debunking. The list goes on and on. Hey, Wayben is here. How you doing? James is wearing the Seiko SCVL 001 ultra thin tonight. Feeling fancy. Nice, nice. Um, Bruno, my top five in no particular order. Uh, oh, thanks, buddy. By Liz Sanjay McConville, ID guy, and casual watch reviews. Um, yeah, solo tonight so far. Um, Getting nerdy with the tubes, absolutely. Amin is cracking some jokes. Uh, Gotta give some love to my homie Hafiz for his sultry watch content. Justin, I'm not sure if I'm familiar with Hafiz. Underachieving watch actor, you're terrific. Uptick watch reviews, Bobby likes. Thank you, Sanjay. And I'll throw in random Rob. Um, Wilson Iva for about time. Love me some Quran in his bathroom breaks. Okay, all right, Milos. I want to buy a Seiko 5 SNXS 79. What do you think about that? I know you were on um, the Watch Soup um, stream the other night. Let's pull this up and see what we think about this watch. Um, Let me get okay. Pulling the screen. Let me share it and chat. Let's help Milos out with this. Okay, so Seiko 5 um, looks like a kind of like an everyday piece with a day date, $104. Um, how could you beat that? S26 doesn't hack, but who cares? 38 millimeter, 12 millimeter. Yeah, I mean, like, look, I mean, if you're looking for a 40-hour power zone, if this is what you're getting it for, like around 100, um, I don't know what these are going for in general. Typically now, I mean, this is just it's out of stock on Jomo Shop, and you want a little everyday piece. I would say I would caution you on this type of crown, um, only because it looks like a very something very similar with the Citizen Sayosa. My only gripe with that watch was the way the crown is tucked in. Like aesthetically, I like how that looks. It's tucked in, but I found that with the Sayosa, and maybe it's the same here with the Seiko 5, it was hard to wind. Like I couldn't get two fingers on the crown. You know what I mean? And so like I had to like kind of like wind it like this or change it. Not you're not going to wind this one in particular because it's automatic and it starts up. You can just shake it. But when you change the time, you may have like a hard time getting like two fingers on it. You might have to do like the back of your one finger here. I know this looks like silly. I know what it looks like, you pervs. But anyway, like other than that, I mean, go for it. Go for it, Milosh. I think it's a great watch for that price. Why not? Um, let's see here. Bobby Thunder Thighs. Yeah. You're terrific is number one. Hmm. Bobby Legs, meh, he's okay. Solid six, like Brent from the old Stern episodes. What happened to Brent? Brent gave up too much personal information with him and his wife, I think, and it's just like I think he got teased a lot for it. Thomas Burnett, in no particular order. ID Guy, Pete McConnell, Talking Hands, Andrew Morgan Watches, Watch Our Side, Watchbox Studios, Tim Masso. Good list there. Jim T, Teddy B. Is it good, but bumps the watches he sells too often? Non-watch reviews are good. Interesting point, Jim. Um, I watch old episodes of this a lot. Gotta, gotta use an axe. I used an axe. I'm tired of using an axe. That's why I went with the wood splitter. Um, Jeff Man is on my top 10 for sure. Okay. Um, my deals. Besides BL, EW, and Amin, I've been enjoying Your Terrific and The Night's Watch. Um, this isn't Bobby Likes Tonight. It's Bobby Vila loves watches. Oh. James, I love the list, guys. Keep it coming. My list is not including live streams. People comment, Design Atelier, Jeff McMahon, You're Terrific, and some jabroni named Bobby Likes. Even what Michael B saying here. Even if you do bricks and pavers, the weeds will grow. Ugh, just get some stamped concrete. I know. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. Mrs. Legs has no interest in that. She has no interest in that. Um, BW Bryce Williams had me hooked while he opened his video breakdancing. That was brutal. Roy the Tiger in no particular order. Random Rob, Jody from Just One More Watch, Watch Chris, Shane from Relative Time, and Joy from Touch. I don't know Shane from Relative Time. I gotta check it out. Um, I like Brooke Pierce. She has funny skits. You're terrific. You're terrific. You're terrific. Wow, Dan with the You're Terrific sweep. Um, Thomas, I love Design Atelier and his sketches, but he just seems to talk about G-Shocks mainly these days. I was interested. Thomas. I think design has really hit a niche with the G-Shock fans, right? I mean, I think he gets a lot of views, and he's trying to grow his channel, which he's doing a great job of. And those are the videos that do really really well for him. Like if I had like I my top videos are G-Shock videos, and I probably, if I wanted to grow my channel, would should do more G-Shock stuff. But I like G-Shock, and it's not mainly my main focus. I like a bunch of other stuff, and so like I try to cast a wide net, and that probably has hurt me in regards to numbers, but that's okay. I don't care. This is what I like to do with you guys. Peter C. Bobby, use polymetric sand between the pavers. Yeah, these are almost impossible to stop completely. Absolutely. Um, Down to 9 watches. Watch channels. Big risk. I know what you mean, man. I used to have a ton of channels that I was following, and then I cut it down. London Watch. I love that guy. I know, and I wish he was more consistent. He does great videos, and it's all really super high end watches. Like, there's a part of me that likes that, right? Part of those watches, I'll never get those watches that he gets, right? I'll never be able to afford that. But I love it. I love it. He's got the accent. It's like 4K videos. He's in London, driving through London, going to the AD, going to the bank to get the watches out. Love it. Jim T, you're terrific. And watch Chris. Okay, so you know what I'm gonna do is right. I'm gonna stop here with the chat. I'm gonna continue, but I'll do like a reveal every like few minutes. Why not? Let's do it that way. So let's get Jim's comments down. Number five. I'm gonna get some hate. I'm gonna get some hate with some of my picks. I know I am. I'm gonna get you guys are gonna. I mean, good thing Kevin S is not here tonight because he's gonna hate this one. He's gonna hate this one. Number five, Archie Luxury. Yeah, I know. I know. I know. I know. All right. When I first started watching watch content, he was like a mainstay. He was all over the place. He was like almost one of the few guys who was doing it. Now, last couple of years, the space has blown up. I go through my moments where I just hate Archie, and I go through my moments where I love Marchie. Now I'm kind of into him. I think he gives great advice. I mean, there's a lot of BS that goes with him, right? There is so much BS. He's such a pain in the ass. He's such a pain in the ass sometimes. But I think he gives great advice, and it's entertaining in a sick and sad way for me. I'm not proud of it. I'm not proud of this pick, but I'm being honest with myself. If I'm thinking about the top five content creators that I'm watching, um, if I can put a number on the videos, I mean, he's number five. I like his reviews. Sometimes I drop in on his streams and watch in. Sometimes I super chat him a couple bucks. Guilty. Guilty as charged. Chat. Let's hear what you have to say. Um, hold on, let me go back. Uh, Kitspear, let me just get back here. Kitspear, Bobby Legs, Random Rob, Engineer Wannabe, Average Joe, Rock the Watch. Um, Evan getting a lot of loves. Beans. Is Beans here? I hope he is. Beans and Bezel. I love Beans and Bezel. Okay, speaking of beans, okay. So the caveat is, and I should have let it before I did number five. I'm not gonna. I feel like it's almost like it's not the actual definition of nepotism, but I feel like it's nepotism if I say that my favorite channels are really Amin when he puts up a video. Love Amin reviews. I think he does such a great job detailing the watch that he is reviewing in front of him. I think he does an amazing job. I wish he did more videos. I wish Amin did more videos. More. I want more Amin videos. Sanjay, I love the guy. I love his videos. Sanjay, like if I want to know anything about Grand Seiko, I watch a video from him. I know him, and so like I know there's like stories behind these videos that he does. I know like if he does a review, that watch is gone next week. He's like one of the nicest people on the face of the earth too, and it's easy for me to like him. Beans, one of the best videographers, photographers, in my opinion, out there in the watch space for a one man show, right? I mean, he does it all himself, right? I mean, like he doesn't have a team helping him. He does this all himself on his own time, and I know he's a busy guy. Rob Mountain Standard Time when he does videos, love his stuff. AB, another guy with super talented videographer and photographer. I love AB stuff, but I'm not including them on this list, okay? Because then it's a list that you guys could have guessed I was going to say, and so I have to put them aside and try to be pretend that they don't exist, and then do an objective list here for you guys. So my friends who are YouTubers, I love you guys. We're doing a list outside of this, and I don't want the nepotism kind of argument here. It's like, oh, you guys are best buds. Of course, you're gonna support each other. Yeah, we support each other. We love each other's work. That's why we're friends. Okay, moving on. Um, Archie. Yeah, Archie. Marcel saying, I'm subscribed to your channel, Watchbox, Watchfinder, and Federico. I watch less than before. Honestly, I spend most of my U time watch nerdo science stuff and podcasts. Watch Chronicler. Yeah, Armand the Watch Guy. Yeah, he's great too. Um, you're terrific. It's 96 Bulls. Beans and Bessels is definitely up there. Peter Casa. Peter Casa is great as well. Uh, Chastain. Um, I would say I got a lot of catching up here, guys. I would say Timepiece Gentleman, but since he and Marco parted ways, it's not the same. It's like the Beatles breaking up. Ooh, ooh. I will always watch Tommaso, watch Artsai, Genial, Adrian, Badef, and Time. Swish Watch Gang, yes, Beans, excellent, excellent. I mean, if it was like a top six, he would have gotten in at six. Um, I knew it. Should have queued up the drum roll like Letterman. Okay. Well, I mean, if the intern would ever show up, maybe we could have gotten that figured out. I never watched Archie. I don't watch channels for advice, so no Archie for me. I find Archie hard to watch. I get it. I get it. I will continue not to watch Archie. Ocean? Um, Archie should be a number 16 seed. Uh, yeah, Beans and Bezel. Love Beans. Love Beans. Hey, KR Joey's here. How you doing, man? Beans and Bizzles. Oh, the Ming Shell. And you're terrific. That's what Div says. uh, you two beggars don't get love from Wah. All right, buddy. All right. Rolling Rastogi. Rastogi. What? Okay. Teddy Baldessari is probably my favorite in terms of super macro shots, spicy content, but the human videos got to go with oh man, Roland, you're the best. Um, Fed is good. I like him better when he was chubby. Social watching good, absolutely. Um, okay, going in. I'm gonna, and this is another one that I think I'm gonna get some heat on, because people's personal experiences with him on several um, social media platforms, especially with his YouTube, Facebook group. But Bill Sanders, Art Watch Side. Look, a couple years ago when I'm going down this rabbit hole of YouTube content creators, like Bill, like he provides he provides a lot of value in his videos, and that's what I strive to do with my videos, which I do. My videos are crap. Okay, they're crap, right? I mean, like I wish that I could do a better job. I wish I could have more time. I don't have a lot of time, um, so I can't really dedicate the amount of time that I can. And Bill's been he's a professor. I bet you've been presenting and lecturing for years, so his videos have a fluidity to them, and he teaches almost like a lecture, right? I mean, but there's always incredible value. I walk away learning something from his videos, and I still do to this day. Um, I know he might be, on a personal level, a little tough to get along with sometimes, from what I've heard. Certainly, there is on his High Horology Lounge page on Facebook. There's an element of, like, get off my lawn kind of with him. So I get it, but not for nothing. I think his video is his channel is one of the more informative channels out there. Um, Watch Outside equals nope. Okay. Chad's never heard of him. Rob is giving props to the classics. Yes, but it's not like an all-time list here. This is 2023, and I still watch a lot of Bill. I still do. Two balls, no strikes so far. Ouch. Oh, and plus, Bill has the best pronunciation, right? Bill Sanders describes the boom like noodles, like nobody's business. Yeah, absolutely. Um, an honorable mention goes to Sunday with the punters gone, but not forgotten. The great show. How? Yeah, I mean, like I was on there. I did a collection. They reviewed my collection, um, and um, and Blue Shirt was great, very supportive. I could swear he was like one of like when I first started, like at least one of the first like 5 or 10 subscribers to my channel. Like he was commenting like almost like since day one when I started doing videos. Um, and was much, and I do miss him. I do miss him a lot. Um, Bobby Legs needs a hat like those. I do. I have one. I have a beret. Um, Symphony Sympathy for the Bezel. We need to talk about the how YouTubers have become such divas, almost bigger than content. Different topic, different night. But you're absolutely right. I mean, like, what's up with that? Um, is Bobby Legs trolling us with his list? Watch Outside teaches you how to be a curmudgeon in real life. Um, the guys are terrible. Joey B, I hate Bill Sanders more than Archie. Oh boy. Um, please list your reference number and caliber details. Yeah, yeah, yeah. When you, yeah, I mean that's some of the kind of the gripes that people have with him on this Facebook group, right? Um, okay. Going into number three, Teddy B. Now, look, I mean, Teddy Teddy does some great videos. Yeah, and he's a salesman, right? Too. We got to keep that in mind. But I mean, I really admire how he has um, conducted his channel and his business, right? Like he's grown, he's done everything right, you know, and it's admirable, right? All right, so you know, say what you will if you don't like him. He might be a little bit vanilla, but maybe that's what works. Um, and since from the jump, he's had great production, um, great topics, great reviews, and now he's parlayed it into an online. And he's an online dealer. He makes videos with that guy who doesn't know anything about watches, but he's rich. He's on Shark Tank, whatever. Um, and and with other people. I mean, like so he's respectable, man. I mean, like good for him, man. Good for him, And I can't knock him, I can't knock anything that he does. Um, so let's see what you guys. Teddy came out swinging. So say, absolutely, man, absolutely. He had a plan. Like, it's almost like he had like a couple people with him, and he's like, "This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna start this channel. Let's get it right from the start." No learning curve, right? It seems like there was no learning curve. He just did it, and he was like stuck the landing since day one. Very admirable, very admirable. So good for him. Big Wrist saying he loves Teddy, one of the watch channels to get my sub. I still like Teddy. Peter C says Teddy B does turtlenecks like nobody's business. Strike one right down in the middle. I think that means Bobby um, likes my pick. I think Bobby. I think I'm gonna get that strikeout for you though, right? I started the batter with 2 balls, and now I think I'm gonna get him swinging with the next 2 pitches. I think you're gonna like what I'm gonna say. Um, Teddy B, class act, much respect, says Beans. Teddy B makes Tommaso seem like David Lee Roth. uh, and Sam here, Sam's the time. Great, great, great little channel. Sam's all the way in Australia. Check him out if you haven't seen him. Great channel as well. Good friend. Why has nobody thought of Chuffmeister, the Lord TGV? of the Philly Getty. Um, Look, I'd be lying if I didn't say that, I watched a lot, that I didn't watch a lot of TGV in the beginning. I did. I did watch a lot, and he was very influential. I just don't, I'm not really into his stuff anymore, too long. And I think that works, though, for him, but for me, it doesn't. Um, I don't know. I mean, how many Long Island Watch videos can you do with Mark? How many videos can you do about his flighty? You know what I mean? Like it's just like enough already. Um, I think he's really good for people who are coming into the hobby or who are looking for some opinions on some watches or their first watch. You know, um, but but yeah, I mean, he's not for me. Another great channel that I watch a lot is Just the Watch. Um, Please check out that channel. That is a great channel too. Uh, um, I'm trying to I'm sorry. Thomas is saying I'm trying to carry the legacy of watch talk with the punters on the Escapement show on Saturday mornings. Yeah, um, man, Thomas. I mean, like, I look. I appreciate you staying up late to watch this one, but man, I think your show comes on like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning Eastern Standard Time, and so like sometimes I'm able to catch it. Like when I'm taking my kids to whatever French preschool they do on Saturdays like in the morning. I'm able to catch like the last part of your stream, but I wish I could catch more. I have watched replays of it before, but I mean, like I want to catch it live. Um, Mr. Cassia doesn't know anything about watches, but is rich. Producer Michael. Uh, eh, uh, Leave Philly out of this. Keep his wife pining for Redo. That is a man with a plan. Mm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Um, my my all time my all time episode of Teddy B was his interview and expose of movement watches. Hysterical, lol. Uh, Teddy does solid watch content, says Mizon. I probably don't watch him enough. Uh, he's the embodiment of Philly. I haven't watched TG video in donkey years. Yeah, like donkey years. Like like he says stuff like that. Um, Teddy is great until he has agreed. Ray, agreed. Teddy is great until he has. I, I hate Kevin O'Leary with a passion. Um, Number four most unwatchable premieres. Amin is doing a different list. If you guys haven't noticed on the chat, he's doing a different list of unwatchables or channels that he hates the most. Uh, Timeout says I saw TGV and Wind Up. Just wanted to let Dib know that. uh, that's great. Um, Five most unwatchable. Time Yeller. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yells a lot. Yells a lot for sure. Okay. Number two. Anything with Tim Masso. Watchbox Studios. He does his little reviews. Anything collector. He does like a collector video sometimes. Anything with Tim. Anything with him. Look, he's a salesman. That is pretty much his first priority. But the guy is a machine, man. Does anybody know more about watches than he does? I'm sure there is, but like I don't know. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. I know Tim Massa knows more than anybody I've ever seen. Met him in person. Great guy. Really engaging. Right. We a small group of us almost a year ago. I think last April went to Watchbox in Philly. We got a tour from them, and he spent like a good amount. He spent a couple hours with us. He showed us his studio that he films in, and engaged us in conversations. There was about maybe 20 of us, and we were in a group in the round table, and he was like, in the middle, and he was asking each one of us like, what is the next watch we're gonna get, and that kind of stuff. And like, he was really, really just a great guy, and just super, super smart about watches. And I'm sure whatever he's interested in, he's super smart in. He's one of those guys who could just, finds an interest and becomes an expert almost immediately. Kind of like, like very much like, our friend Marcus who comes on the live streams. Very, very smart. I just feel like, anything that gets interested in, he really gets interested in and learns a lot and is like a sponge with the information. Tim is very much like that, and his videos are great. I always learn something. This is again going back to like getting some value from the content creator, and Tim also I get a lot of value from. Um, let's see here. Do you guys are you guys trying to guess who my number one is? Maso is king, for sure. Um, uh, get getting Christian for the beach. Tim Maso is like Tom Brady, only he doesn't cheat as far as I know. How could he be number two, Scott? Yeah, he's number one. Yeah, I mean he could have. I mean they could have been 1 and 1A. You know what I mean with my number one pick. Um, this list is invalid. Doll furniture is my favorite Tim Masoism. Um, Tim Maso is a cornucopia of knowledge. Uh, Amin and Dib should have been on. Hey man, am I not just am I not good enough for you, Keith? You need Amin and Dib here? No, they would have been great. They would have been great. And they got the invites. They decided not to show. All right. Strike two, insane slider from Bobby Legs. I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come. I'm gonna tell you what my last pitch is gonna be. It's gonna be high. It's gonna be high heater. It's gonna be a 98 mile per hour fastball high. And I'm gonna get you swinging. Um, Tim is the man. Oh no, you're terrific. Gonna be number one. I like you're terrific, but he already got too much praise in the chat. Who needs smart guests when you have Dib? Young Brando gets a vote here on the chat. Is Gringo your number one? Um, is your number one? Let's watch it. No, 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 I'm not that. I'm not that sick. Um, if Theo and Harris is number one, the whole contest is farce. Dib is driving. Amin and Dib have forsaken Bobby Legs. Okay, so you guys ready? You guys ready for number one on the Bobby Legs top five list of favorite watch topic related YouTubers? And wait, do we have a comment here? Don't worry, you're enough for me, brothers. Oh, all right. Sometimes I need to hear that, Keith, more than when you do tell me. I need a little bit more. All right, you're terrific. That's right. If you guessed you're terrific, you are the winner. That's right. Nobody, nobody does watch reviews like you're terrific, right? You've heard me say this on the chat. The guy is on fire. He's been on fire for a long time. He combines great storytelling with a lot of humor, great visuals, great videography, great background music. Um, he's great, man. He's great. He's on fire. He's on top of his game. Nobody. I mean, he's shooting free throws with his eyes closed. You know. Um, yeah, yeah. He's the man. He's the man. I watch every single one of his videos that comes out. I don't put him. I stop what I'm doing. I stop what I'm doing when I get the alert. I stop what I'm doing. No, I don't really. Not all the time. But but sometimes, most of the times I do. All right, all right, all right. Like 7 out of 10 times, I stop what I'm doing. Yeah. Okay, chat. You're gonna give it to me now. Amin does not like it. Oh, these big risks. Oh, your terrific influenced me into my Pam 111. When are you getting him on your stream? He's not coming on my stream. He's too big. Um, Bobby Legs totally redeemed himself. What am I doing with my life? I don't watch any of the Bobby Legs top five. Yeah, Mizon, check him out. He's great. Um, that is the strangest way to say Ben's Watch Club that I've never seen, that I've ever seen. Bobby Legs Loves Watches. Yep, struck out swinging there, Bob. Great choice. Thanks, buddy. Watch every You're Terrific upload. You're Terrific is my favorite too. Yeah. So there you have it. Number five, as a recap, Archie Luxury. Number four, Watch Our Sai. Number three, Teddy B. Number two, Anything Tim Masso. And number one, You're Terrific. Yeah, man. I mean, watch content, right? Can't get enough of it. Oh yeah, actually no, I can get enough of it, but so I don't watch as much as I used to watch anymore. But that's what it is, man. And this is a fun video. I think, like, a couple months ago, some of these content creators came out with their video for their top 20, favorite watch content. And it's all their buddies, right? It's all their buddies. We don't. I don't give props to my buddies here with a list. Well, I mean, I did. I actually did give them props, before. But I wanted to put a list together that you guys know that, hey, I put actually some thought into it. I kind of thought about the idea of doing this topic this morning, and I came up with the list. It took me about 5 minutes, so I put a lot of thought into it. But I'm kidding. But I mean, like that. That's probably, outside of my friends, who I have tremendous respect for and love their channels. Those are the five channels that I watch the most. And so, do I see any change in that? Well, yeah, I mean, it's constantly changing. Chaz saying, okay, let's do the bottom five. Who's next? Random knob, go. Well, look, I mean, they're definitely, it's cyclical, right? So, like, in the beginning, a couple years ago, it was TGV, a lot of Random Rob, some Bruce Williams, and they kind of like move off the list, and some new guys come in, right? Like You're Terrific, and anything Tim Masso, right? And so, 2024 could have a totally different list. It's quite possible. Um, it depends. So, like, I was, there was a point where I wanted the hands review, right? Just, the person with the hands, and giving me all the details, like that was actually the stuff that I craved and wanted to see. And now sometimes, like, I appreciate the more dramatic cinematography. That's the kind of stuff that kind of gets me sometimes. Um, but what I watch is a huge sample, right? So I still get those guys with the watch in the hands, and that's all you see. And now I see stuff that's more of a story behind it. And then there's stuff with, like, more of a cinematography kind of feel to it. So now it's like a combination of all those things, right? And that's what I like to see, right? So now I don't get all of it in one content creator, and that's fine. It doesn't have to be that way. Um, but uh, but yeah, I like the people who get me closer to that. Um, Number six most unwatchable. Just one more watch. Oof, I'm in with this list. It's getting tough. Um, Number seven. What is Amin saying? The Watch Idiot. Oh, wow. Um, WF and Co. fell off the list last year or two. They ran out of thoughtful ideas for videos and had too many just as good as videos. They used to be the cream of the crop. Yeah. Oh, wristwatch revival. Okay, so, like, yeah, there's a total different genre of videos watch related that I like, and that's the restoration videos. And wristwatch revival is one of them. He's like one of my favorites. I think he's up in Seattle, in that area of the woods, and his channel is blown up. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, so the guy is pretty much a self-taught watch maker, I believe. I think he's pretty much self-taught. And then he gets these watches that come in, like like he goes on eBay and picks up these watches, or people send him some watches to fix, and then like man, like it's probably like a painstaking process to video and edit um, his process of cleaning the watch because a lot of it he comments over, so he must take like hours and hours in footage and then like cut it down to like a half hour. 'Cause I think these videos are 20 minutes, 20 or 30 minutes, so there's a lot of editing going on, way too much more time than I could spend, but it works for him, and I'm sure he does really really well. I guarantee you that. Um, Andrew Morgan Watches, who is the hands behind the Watchfinder channel, is pretty good. Watch Advisor is great, but as impartial as an ice salesman at a water tasting convention. Okay. In the Metal with the Anthrax guitar is really good. I haven't seen that Dave Spitz, Dave or Dan? Dave Spitz. I know it's Spitz, but Dave or Dan, I forgot. Um, I haven't watched that channel yet. Um, I should though, because I was a big Anthrax fan growing up. Scott saying I like watch channels that say I don't give financial advice, then proceed to give financial advice and predict the market. Uh-huh. I used Watch Advisor for reviews on my Moser Heritage, Black Pawn 50 Fathoms, and Glazier's original CQ. Really good quality 4K. Perpetual Time Limited, a great watchmaking channel. So is Chronoglide, based in Holland. They don't post enough videos, but I've been enjoying the Watches TV, a blog to watch, and TikToking. Yeah. Um, Spitz did a great. Oh, did he really? Oh, that's pretty cool. I got to catch that one. Watch Advisor is good for sure. Well, guys, I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit. I did a lot of talking this evening because I was by myself because my friends didn't join me, but that's okay. Maybe they'll join me on Friday. Hey, look, next week we got Watches and Wonder, so that's exciting, and hopefully we'll see some releases from some brands this week. Usually Omega kind of like gets a little jump on Watches and Wonders, right? They'll put out some releases the week before that, and so hopefully we see some of that. Well, of course, next week we got like Rolex releases, right? If there is any surprise or whatever, amongst other brands, of course. Maybe Grand Seiko. Grand Seiko's due for some new releases, right? Um, so looking forward to that. Friday coming up, another live stream, and hopefully again we'll have some releases to talk about that are non Watches of Wonders, right? Um, and then Sunday Talk Soup with Sanjay from the Engineer Wannabe channel and Clayton from the Watchdog podcast. Last Sunday's Watch Soup is in podcast form. So if you go to Spotify and some of the other places that you check out podcasts, we should be on there. I think Apple is, we're still waiting to get on Apple. I think that's been taking a little while. Anyway, no mentions of Watch Chris, or does he fall in? He does fall under nepotism. He does fall under. I like Chris a lot. And I like, I mean, man, he's one of the hardest working guys on watch content stuff. So mad respect for him. Thanks, Thomas. Appreciate it. We should comprise a comprehensive list of all watch channels. Yeah. Why not? Why not? When I start my channel, it will make nobody's top. Oh, would you get out of here, James? I'm sure. I'm sure you have a lot of great things to say, and you're selling yourself short on that. Well, guys, thanks again, chat. Love your input, and the sense of humor that's going out there. You guys are funny. You guys crack me up, and you made this stream actually really easy for me to do solo. Have a great night. Stay safe. See you on Friday, and yeah, catch you later. Take it easy. Take it easy.